How's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's Workshop. Boys, I'm glad you're here today. Well, guess what? We're back in the lumber shed. The wood shed now has been turned into a lumber shed, but I have to move inside and do some work in there. I want to put some, I don't know, storage techniques in there in order to store my lumber so that it's easily accessed and easy to see what it is and easy to get it in and easy to get it out. So let's go have a look, see what I'm up to. Okay, so there's the door, and just as you come in to the right of the door, I was thinking I would store my sheet goods here. Trouble is, from this corner over to the edge of the door, right here, it's less than 4 feet. So if I were to store my sheet goods in this way, then they'd be protruding into the doorway, and I don't want that. So I think I'm going to put them starting in this corner and come back this way. To start with, I'm going to take this piece of OSB, just slide it in the corner there, and just try to get an idea of just exactly what it would look like. I think that won't be too bad, but it's going to be tricky to get the sheets in there, right? So I've got a piece of 2x4, and I was thinking to put a brace on the roof truss, which is 2 feet away. I'll put the brace, say, right in here, like that. Okay, so then the idea being then I'd have a little cubby in there to store sheet goods, and then I could build a little, like a half a cubby here to store cut off sheet goods, if you can follow all that. But if that stud was there, just let me see what's involved in getting a sheet in there now. So I can't go in too far because the stud is in the way, so now I'm going to have to slide it in here. And then, once you slide it in, if I have other sheet goods here, I won't have access to that back corner. I don't know, it might be kind of tricky. Also, what I'm thinking, 4 feet comes about here, right? So I'm going to need room. If I'm carrying the sheets in the door, I'll have to carry the sheet in the door and then kind of turn it around to get it to slide into this cubby. So that means storage in this part would have to be kept to a minimum or to have no room to maneuver. You know, this looked like a pretty nice big room for storing lumber, but it's getting used up quick. Anyway. So I guess sliding the sheets in is not that difficult. So I think I'm going to go with this, putting the plywood here against this wall. I'm going to use this piece of 2x4. I'm going to bring it 3 feet out from this wall and stand it up here, fasten it on the roof truss and fasten it on the floor. And then maybe I'll just put another one in here too, just, you know, to give it some shape. All right. Enough talk, enough thinking, enough planning. Let's get some action going here, right? So once again, I'm repurposing, right? These are 2x4 from the rafter from the boathouse that got destroyed when Hurricane Fiona went through. So I'm reusing them. So I marked a plumb line here, 3 feet from the wall. Pretty near plumb. That looks pretty good right there. So we're going to screw the bottom of it here, see what happens. So I got this piece cut to go in the corner here. Alright, so I've been kind of busy. I got a stud in down here, stud in down there. I've got the two in the back. So now the back side here is open, 8 foot tall for sheet goods. I'm going to have 2 cubbies set up here, one on the bottom, one on the top, and it's just a little bit more than 48 inches to that cross piece that I have. And then I cut out a piece of the smart panel to use as a deck to go in the top. So I'm just putting that in now. So I had to do a few little knockout cuts here. Apologize for the lighting. But that's what happens, eh? I changed the design. Originally I had an edge coming over here, but I cut that off because I'm going to put a skin on this, and I think the skin I'm going to use is going to be lattice like I have here. I have that lattice that I took off the outside of the building. It's old, it's not much good for anything else, so I'm going to cut some and just put skin on both sides of this. So here's my piece of lattice, and of course pouring down rain when I'm trying to cut it. Oh man, the weather. It's terrible, to say the least. Okay, I got a damaged edge on it, so I'm going to put that on the top and the inside. How would that be? I think that's going to work out all right. Okay, here's my hack. Just a piece of 1x1, and I put it in here with a screw. So I lean her in there against the panels. If I get too many panels in there, it'll be too upright. I'll have to make a different size one. But you see how they fall over? But when I just push them back, that'll hold them. They won't move. When it comes time to put more panels in, flip that up, slide the panels in, slip her down. I hope that works okay. You know, as we fill up both panels, of course, I'll have to make a different size one here, but for now, that's going to work great. So this guy should go right on here. So that went up there pretty good. I think I'm going to put little cross pieces in just to support the bottom. Sure as heck that's going to get kicked in there. So I think I'll do that. Okay, there's my piece for in there. I'm just going to toenail that to the floor. This one is 21 probably. Okay, here's this piece. See how close this one fits. Good. That's good, eh? Alright, I got that toe nailed in. Just a couple screws just to hold the bottom together. That ought to do nicely. Alright, so for all intents and purposes, I think my paneling storage unit is complete. I may tweak it, you know, as I use it a little bit, say, oh, this would be nice. Just like when I was putting these panels in here, I thought of this little brace to keep the panels from falling over. But anyway, that's it. Hey, so what do you think of my sheet goods storage location? It's an epic organization system, right? Just some wood nailed together. so you can slide plywood in there. I think it'll be all right though, eh? It's what I like about it so far because I may change it as I use it a little bit, but it's easy to get the sheets maneuvered in the room and get them set up to slide into the big tall spot. It's a full sheet, if it's a full sheet. And then I've got that other area that's like 4'3", I think, is the maximum clearance I can get in that lower one. And then the upper one, I think I've got a like 5 or 6 foot clearance for the top one. So I think it's gonna be great for storing sheet goods or cut sheet goods, or half sheets, things like that. But let me know what you think. Do you think this is an epic storage system? We'll see. By the way, this is only part 1, because I got to find a way to store my lumber as well, and then I got to find a way to store my cutoffs. Oh yeah, just never-ending story. So there's more to come. You're not through with this lumber shed rebuild yet, folks. Thanks for watching though. I sure appreciate it. I sure appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, and if you leave me any comments and ideas you might have about how to store lumber in a lumber shed. Take care. Have a good week. We'll talk to you.